So I'm about 8 or 9 years old, and my mom comes into the room. I just got home from school. This is in Fankongo at the Samo News. And she says, Gary, so come, we're going to Jerome Gray's office. You're going to take voice lessons. Didn't warn me, didn't ask me if I wanted to take voice lessons or if I wanted to be a singer. Very Samoan, mode of interaction with young children during this period in history. Just made a gong, said, this is what you're going to do, come with me. So we get in the car. A few minutes later, I'm in an air-conditioned room with Jerome Gray, who I, of course, knew because it had been a few years at that point since he had blown up all over the radio station with that first album with Eleni and We Are Samoa. And so, as a kid in Pango at that time, he was in the newspapers and you just knew who Jerome Gray was because he was singing at Soli and Mark's restaurant, at the Rainmaker Hotel, which were the two sort of fancy primary, music venues at the time in Pango, in American Samoa. So I take lessons. I go to my first lesson with Jerome Gray. And, I was very shy. I wasn't saying much. He was trying to coax me out. Very shy Samoan kid. And being respectful. The word in Samoan is makamuli. In makamuli, he's very shy. And so he gets a few notes out of me and then he gives me some homework and says, I want you to learn Rainbow Connection and when you from the Muppet movie, and when you come back, we're gonna sing that song. Or maybe it was It Ain't Easy Being Green. I forget, it was one of those Kermit songs. But he told me something that stuck with me for years. I didn't realize it stuck with me, but he said, when you're singing, you're singing, your lips are too closed, you gotta open up more. And it was years later when I was in Boston going to music school, when I was going to college at Berklee College of Music, my voice teacher was always harping on lip shape and opening so that you can project more and allow the air and the sound to come out more, right? So I just remember being in the room at Berklee, paying thousands of dollars to get this instruction from a teacher that I respected, and basically getting the same advice that Jerome Gray, the great Jerome Gray, had given me as an 8 or 9-year-old kid. And I thought, man, I knew what he was talking about. So when they called and asked if I would take part in honoring the old man in this way, I just, of course, said yes right away. And I'm just so honored and blessed and excited to be a part of the bill this Saturday night, alongside all the other super amazing and talented artists. And we're all there to really pay tribute and honor Fa'anana Jerome Gray in this small way for all that he's done for us as people, as musicians, as Samoans, as Polynesians. His music really was the first example of Polynesian Samoan artists that I knew that came from the rock, that came from Samoa, that really took his level of songwriting and production to a different level than we had typically seen before. So was such an instrumental and influential person and artist in that way. So I'm really excited to be paying tribute in this way. One of the songs that I'll be singing is an original that I got to write with the old man back when I lived in LA in Carson, called Le'ula. It's being released the day before on all the major platforms. You can hear it playing in the background. And yeah, a lot of memories bubbling up for me as I talk about this and remember. Thank you, Anna and Sisa and the boys, for inviting me and for having me. Thank you for your service to all of us around the world who grew up listening to your music. We appreciate you. And this is our humble little way of saying thank you. So I will see you all there. All right? Fa soy fu.